In this video, we will discuss how to create a tissue-supported surgical guide from a dual scan without utilizing the denture scan. In this case, we do not have a soft tissue model, therefore we will need to utilize the intagular surface of the denture. The first step is to return to Data Import and duplicate the denture scan in case we need to reference the original object in the future. We will now highlight the duplicated object and click on Modify. We will select the Spline tool and begin clicking along the border of the flange of the denture scan. Essentially what we are accomplishing is specifying the area of the intagular surface of the denture. We will want to ensure Save Cut Part is selected, and we'll go ahead and slightly straighten out the edges with our smooth tool before we proceed with actually cutting. Now you will see our denture scan has been cut into two objects, the intagular surface and the cameo surface. We will want to make sure that we're working on the intagular surface, and you can see that the software has recreated the patient's ridge in gray from the negative of the intagular surface. We will click Flip Normals to change the gray ridge to white, indicating that this will be the surface of the object that we plan to manipulate. This is the same process we would use if we were planning on recreating a model from an impression. Now we can begin cleaning up the reconstructed ridge. We can start by clicking Border Straightening to clean up the borders, as well as using our Smooth tool to clean up any protruding artifacts along the ridge. Once we are satisfied with our model, we can click Apply Changes, and the ridge has now been added to our objects list as a new anatomy file. As with all objects, we're able to adjust the color as well as rename our object. This object can now be used as the surface in which we will design our surgical guide. We will click on Guide Design, and in this case we will not be designing on the prosthesis. We will make sure to choose our new anatomy scan to design our guide and set our insert direction. Setting the insert direction is important in order to block out any undercuts present on the model. As with all guide designs, we will begin clicking throughout the ridge to specify our acrylic coverage. In this case, it is helpful to visually turn on the sleeves so that we ensure we are completely capturing the anchor pins in our acrylic coverage. Once finished, we will click Create Guide. We can now use our Fill tool to begin smoothing out the texture on our surgical guide. We are also able to add material to the guide for additional support. Once completed, we can proceed with labeling the surgical guide. Once we click Next Step, the surgical guide will now be finalized, and we can view it in our objects list and patient anatomy.